reason.
Sure.
And we won't talk about it.
And we're live. Hey, everybody. It's your boy, Chris, a.k.a. Phantastic Man. With me, as always, is John.
What it do?
And welcome back to the Off Air Podcast. And we have actually like decent audio this time around because I spent $12 on a mic stand for John.
It only goes downhill from here.
Yeah. Oh.
Next week I won't be here, and then the week after he won't be here.
Oh.
And the week after that, no one's gonna be here.
I was already looking at investing $700 into a DSLR and a sound recorder, so we could actually record video for the show as well.
How about you spend like $40 on soundproofing before you start spending this much money?
Hey, at least we have good At least we don't have like a terrible echo this time around.
Yeah, until we introduce a third mic.
I should do that first. I should get the I said before I wanted to get Yetis, so I'm just gonna get like extra condenser mics for when we have guests on the show.
I think Best Buy every once in a while has a large sale, or you can go on.
Yeah. Also, fucking Target's selling them for like $120. So it's not bad.
I saw they have either Yetis or Snowballs at Best Buy for a decent price.
Yeah, I use a Snowball, but yeah.
I use Audio Technicas.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no preference. It's a fucking mic.
Yeah, like as long as it works and it's consistent.
As long as it picks up my voice.
Yeah, and it doesn't sound terrible like the past several episodes where you had terrible echo and it was inconsistent frequencies. And hold on, I just realized something. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm using. I just don't want to check this really quick. That I'm using. Okay, yeah. I had to double check which OBS I was using.
Did you change Twitch?
Yeah. Yes, I did. We're just chatting. Anyway, so.
You know what we gotta get down the line?
What's up?
An actual audio mixer board.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean,
Well, here's the thing. The reason why we need one is because 1, audio levels. 2.
You can change audio levels on the software, though.
On the software.
In fact, I already did that.
But sometimes certain microphones are more. Well, never mind. If we're gonna get
the
same mics, they're all gonna be same sensitivity.
Yeah, it's not just that though. I mean, that's all of that is just a means of sound check before we even start streaming.
That too.
Yeah. So I want to get a recorder. Also, because a sound recorder I could also use for when I actually make my videos, make short films and stuff like that. So, yeah. So, what do we have going on this week, my man?
Avengers came out.
Yes, it did.
And then I'm avoiding everything like the fucking plague.
Yeah, I'm mostly just avoiding Reddit.
I almost got spoiled this morning. I didn't even get out of bed. I almost got it spoiled.
How?
I was scrolling through like Instagram's like, hey.
Oh no.
I'm like, oh no. And here's the thing: when you see the same post and you haven't like swiped through,
yeah.
Next time you see it, it clicks over one.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: I skipped the one spoiler, and then when I scroll again, when I was refreshing the feed, I saw half of something. I don't even know what it was. And I don't even want to try to explain it because I could probably spoil it for you as well.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Just don't say anything.
Anyways, Minecraft. I don't know. I was gonna try to make a fake spoiler, and then immediately like, hey, Minecraft.
Are we talking about Minecraft though?
No.
Can we talk about Minecraft?
I mean, we could. It's your podcast. Our podcast.
I don't want to talk about Minecraft.
We won't.
I mean, we could.
Stop it.
I just don't see the point in talking about Minecraft.
You stop that right now.
So, do we have an actual topic, or should I?
We do.
What's up?
Hold on, let me pull it up. Sorry, this thing.
What's up?
Weather,
yeah, yep. You said you were going to talk about weather. Well, he told me anyway. He didn't say it yet.
Beginning
of
the week, there was a lot of flooding in Texas.
Oh, was there?
There was, like, a couple feet.
Oh no.
Like, hey.
Are they getting massive storm surge over there?
It's like inland flooding.
Oh God.
Like, it's rain. It's not like, hey.
Yeah, storm surge.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm sorry, but it's like they're trying to cosplay as Louisiana.
Oh. Wow. Okay. You know they have a lot more land to cover than Louisiana. Texas is fucking huge.
I'm not saying it's not all getting flooded, but they are.
So wait, where are we looking at in Texas where they're getting this?
I believe Houston.
Oh shit! Really?
Houston usually has the issue. Probably Dallas.
Interesting. Yeah, that's far inland. Yeah.
Yes. There was actually a photo from the Houston airport.
Mm-hmm.
The parking garage.
Right.
The first level, you can only see the roofs of cars.
Oh my god.
They're like, hey, this happened this morning. It's been nonstop heavy rain for a couple days.
Holy shit.
And now here's the thing. It happened on Monday. Now we're getting the rain on Friday.
Oh.
This is the rain.
What, are you saying the rain that we're getting on our side here in Florida?
Yeah, it's the same storm that
because it's been clear for it's been clear all week, and now we're getting some rain.
And then when I was getting home last night, I'm like, hey, I smell the iron in the air. It's gonna be a fucking rain tomorrow. It's weird. I can tell when it's gonna rain.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, you can taste it. You can like feel it in the air, like the wind like subtly picks up and humidity changes. You can the humidity and like the air is so thick in Florida, especially in Tampa, being in the Bay. Like you can really tell how the weather is changing, where it's going, just by standing outside.
Yeah,
you can taste it.
That's the one thing with Florida. It's fucking humid.
Extremely.
And then when I traveled last time to see family up in California, I stayed in high desert. It's fucking dry up there.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't tell what the weather was fucking doing. Turns out it was 104 that day, and at night it was like 50 something. Fucking dramatic. And guess what? It felt like it was fucking 70 all day, in our terms. Until I visited family down in Pasadena. That's a little bit north of LA.
Yeah.
Where it's fucking humid like Florida. I'm like, oh, just like home. Spend more money to feel like home.
Oh god, man, that's how I felt like when I visited. There was a few stops on the cruise. So like when I went on that cruise for like spring break,
right.
We visited Grand Turk. And well, I don't know, the area we visited in Grand Turk, like the port was right on the beach, so it was just a beach day. We just went to the beach. There wasn't anything to do on the island. Even like the excursions and tours were pretty, overpriced. Not really much going on that island. It's small, it's flat, it's only Grand Turk. We weren't visiting, Turks and Caicos. It was just that one island.
Oh.
And I almost forgot that I wasn't in Florida because the beach, you would literally, it was a Margaritaville. Yeah, it was
oh goddamn that song.
It Jimmy Buffett, cheeseburger in paradise. Anyway,
it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Oh, that one. Anyway, yeah, it was a Jimmy Buffett Margaritaville, and besides that, the only other thing in our immediate area was just this, like tourist shopping outlet, real small. It felt like I was in Clearwater.
Yeah. That's the one thing I complain about when I'm visiting tourist locations.
Where it's like, oh, this was actually built for tourists. I'm not actually indulging in the culture of this place that's different to me.
Here's one thing I actually didn't tell you guys when I got back from Cuba earlier this year.
Yeah.
I spent most of my time speaking English.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I mean, tourism is huge there, so yeah, it's pretty common, I'm sure.
Here's the funny thing. I didn't know I knew people who are actually English professors.
Wait, what?
They're like, they speak English. They teach English in Cuba.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was speaking to them. I'm like, you guys speak like you don't speak Spanish.
They're
like, yeah, we were born here. I'm like, you don't understand. No. I'm like, you guys don't understand. That's not an issue. But people who actually speak English over there and move over here to the United States somehow develop the thickest Spanish accent in English. Yeah,
it's pretty funny how that works out. Well, I mean, I'm sure it's different because, like, if you're talking about professors, those are people that excel, that they got to where they are because they were valedictorians. Like they were the best. They had the highest scores in school.
Yeah, and then
In fact, really, the traditional education system is basically designed to make college professors.
Oh,
Like the people that excel in education, in traditional education today,
right.
they're obviously not all of them become teachers. Some of them become doctors and lawyers and what have you. Some of them become entrepreneurs, But as far as the way it's designed, it's like when it comes down to it, it's basically designed to make teachers and college professors.
Yeah. Over
People that excel in those specific subjects.
The Cuban education system, it's very complicated from what I listen to.
Yeah.
You go to school, regular high school, middle school.
Yeah.
Whatever they call it different over there, but the moment you graduate, their version of high school.
Mm-hmm.
For men, I believe it's a year in military.
Oh yeah.
And then you go get a job, or you can go to university.
Right.
For women, it's the same.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can go straight to university.
Gotcha.
I think it's for both. Or like, hey, you can either go to university or you go to military.
Right.
Those are your two options. You don't have, hey, I'm gonna take a break.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to work.
Yeah.
No, it's like you pick one or you don't.
Right. That's nuts. Like I can't imagine. Like, I mean, even that. Like, I don't know, because so many people end up going one of those two routes anyway. But like, in my perspective personally, like I can't imagine having that much limitation on what you do with your life after school.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I really one day I want to set, if it's ever possible, set up a fucking survey.
Mm-hmm.
Because like the square miles for every person who has a medical degree over there, it's fucking insane.
Oh my god, really?
Even though it's a third world, technically it's a third world country.
Right. I mean, it's a communist country.
It's 50-50 at this point. It's slowly. I can't say yes or no what's going on.
Right.
It's not my domain of politics.
Right. Yeah, I gotcha.
But their medical research is high in cancer.
Really?
Like they research a lot of cancer over there.
Interesting.
Surprisingly, but they're still behind on technology.
Well, yeah. I mean, that has more to do with their economy, right? Like as far.
No. It's due to imports. Their tariffs.
Yeah, I mean that's still economics. I mean, I'm not saying they're international. Like they're.
I mean, here's the thing. They're not fully open.
Yeah. Exactly. Like that's why they don't import cars anymore. That's why when you go there, you
actually they do.
But they don't import American cars.
No.
They import like Japanese cars, right?
European.
Oh, Europe, really?
There's some French cars over there. There's some cars from Mexico. Some cars from Korea. No, buses from Korea.
Interesting. Okay.
How I know it's Korean is because I actually read the fucking fat sticker
on
they're in like Korean letters.
Yeah, that's oddly specific though. I mean, I don't know. There's different countries have different interests to have trade with certain countries. Based on what where they stand with their economy and their GDP and what their natural resources are and what have you, what their industries are. Different countries excel in different areas.
Their industry over there is a lot of farming.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of fertile land.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's some mining.
Yeah.
Some oil production.
Yeah.
But most of their oil is imported from Venezuela. Mm-hmm. Which is shocking now because, well, I don't know if Venezuela even exists anymore.
Oh, there's been all kinds of stuff going on in Venezuela in the past few years. What
was I going to say? So, when I was also reading about the flooding out in Texas.
Right. We kind of got off topic.
No, it's fine. I was also going to bring it back. They actually got the next prediction for the summer weather.
Yeah.
Like the averages. Central United States is going to be below average. Meanwhile, the coasts are going to be above.
Whoa.
So Florida's going to experience another fucking hot summer. Like,
I'm sure. Yeah, I don't doubt it by any means. That we're gonna get another hot summer. I mean, our summers are hot in general, but yeah,
and
it,
now,
it, it passes a certain standard at some point where it's like this isn't normal.
no, and now I got the what's it called? Smooth by Santana in my head. Man, it's a hot one.
Yeah.
Like 7 inches from the sun. No, midday sun. I'm sorry.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, it's just they're actually this week they officially announced that we're feeling the effects of climate change.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is also leading to my next topic.
Right.
There's fucking hurricanes hitting Africa.
Yeah.
Mozambique is being hit by a tropical cyclone.
Damn.
Last year,
That's rough.
The what's it called? Yemen was hit by another hurricane last year.
Really?
They don't see that over there. I mean, they get
Man.
typhoons.
Yeah.
That's over in India, but that's the other direction.
Right. That's nuts.
Some areas are starting to get flooding, like we talked about Houston.
Right.
Jeez. It's what's the point at this point?
What do you mean? What's the point?
What's the point? We say stuff, no one's gonna listen.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's certainly a complicated issue with like environmental consciousness.
We tried before Obama left. He signed I believe it was the Paris Act, where a bunch of major countries are saying, "Hey, we're gonna reduce our carbon output."
Actually, other countries, especially in Europe, have been taking some serious action. In fact, it's affected the culture. Like if you go to Germany, it's so many people there. Like it's really, it's become a recent culture of practice. Like having very little waste. To have that lifestyle, like no one uses plastic bags in Germany. If you do, the people give you like dirty looks. Apparently, so I've heard. Yeah. It's not even just minimalism. It's you're using less consumable goods is what it is.
Right.
And that's becoming a more common lifestyle here. I think is very interesting. In fact, I think it's definitely an easier lifestyle to adapt to adopt. Sorry, than becoming vegan. Even though really the best thing you can do for the environment. I'm not vegan or not even close. But that is the best thing you can do for the environment because of the amount of emission that comes from livestock, from farms and from breeding cows, from cattle and from pigs like that. It's the amount of carbon emission from that alone is actually massive, even in comparison to planes and cars. Planes are a really big thing too, but I don't think it's gonna be changing anytime soon because
planes are becoming more efficient. It's just the issue is the engines and then efficiency.
Yeah, that and also people aren't gonna stop flying. It's just not gonna happen.
You're not gonna stop flying until there's no more oil. The moment there's no more oil available in the world, that's when the planes are gonna stop flying.
It's gonna be a while though.
I mean. We're also in the time where we're able to. There's actual technology able to reconvert carbon from air into actual coal.
Yeah, we're also looking at like other we're looking at biofuels and different organic fuels that are already actually being used by our fighter jets. Apparently, have you heard about that? This is kind of old news, actually. Like people were talking about this years ago.
I remember hearing about
like there's actual farms in Florida. That grow this. I'll see if I can find it really quick, but I can't remember what it was called. Essentially, there is this plant that farmers in Florida are dedicating some land to and supplying McDill with this to make this biofuel.
I mean, it's a lot that we're trying to change immediately. Of course, we're not
Yeah.
gonna see the change immediately as well. Issue is we are, like I said, on a deadline. Couple podcasts before.
Right.
Um. Again, but we're starting to already feel the major effects. Even though this year with the president, well, not this year, this presidency has actually destroyed most of our promises.
Yeah.
But speaking about promises, New York actually is passing a law to actually reduce a large portion of their carbon emissions.
Yep.
And apparently, it's already affecting tenants, like people who actually rent out buildings. It's because it basically kind of raises a lot of fines.
Yeah.
It's just. It's a group effort. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, of course, absolutely. It's the only effort can be a group ever. Everyone should do their part if we really want to make a difference. But really quick, so here's what I found. Well, there's two things. Like aviation and the U.S. Navy and the U.S. Air Force that our fighter jets are using. Well, there's biofuel from algae, which we've been using for a while, and that's a pretty good sandwich. John brought his breakfast in. But also, in North Dakota, chemical engineers in North Dakota have successfully turned oil from plants, so like canola, like rapeseed oil, as well as coconut oil and soybean oil. They're making pretty efficient jet fuel instead of using petroleum, using oil from plants. So this is a renewable resource that is that can will actually be lower in emissions.
Synthetic. Back when I used to work in the auto industry.
Yeah.
Synthetic is the best thing you can put in a vehicle.
Oh yeah, it's expensive, but it's great.
It's
good stuff.
Paying for the actual price.
Right, of course.
You pay what it's worth because
it's still really new to the industry.
I remember listening to the one of the Ford's experiments.
Yeah.
They took a brand new expedition off the line.
Mm-hmm.
Never been ran, 0 miles.
Yeah.
Nothing like that. And they ran it for over 100,000 miles only on synthetic.
Wow.
They always did a regular, engine swap, engine oil change. And after the 100,000 miles, they opened up the engine. Still brand new.
Wow.
Like, it looked like it just came off the line.
Yep.
Even though they've been running a car for God knows how long.
Yeah, so the same thing applies to cars, that we're seeing bio and plant-based oil as well as there's now these flex fuel engines that can run on plant-based fuels. People I've heard of people making these flex fuel Mustangs that can run on French fry oil from McDonald's, which is the most American thing I've ever heard in my life. I'm not the biggest Mustang fan personally. I'm more of a Camaro fan because I like my cars fast and having good handling, so you don't run over people. But
wow,
what you don't think I'm not gonna come out and say it?
I mean,
I have no shame. I mean, the only shame I have is that the Mustang is the original pony car. There's a lot of pride and culture in it, but it fails to compete.
Yes, I'm not gonna say you're wrong. You're right. I appreciate the Mustang. I appreciate where it came from.
Mm-hmm.
Until they got to the 2000s.
That's really mostly what it is. Because even I'll drive like a Mustang that was built between 1965 and 1975. Those were golden years. More of 73, right? Yeah. So right before they made with the hatchback. That's where it started to die out. When you don't even see those. No one even bothered with those.
I spotted one the other
Really?
day.
A Mustang hatchback, like a 75 Mustang hatchback.
That was one of the days we were walking at Maloney's.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, isn't that a Mustang? And then you're like, it is.
It's like, why does it look so bulky and long?
And, yeah, you pointed it out. I'm like, don't fucking talk about
I'm
it.
like, that's not a fastback. That's a hatchback. Yeah, it doesn't look good. It looks like a station wagon.
And immediately after that, that was when we got the Ford convertible.
That's right.
You know, the regret.
Yeah. Muscle cars. And that was soon, right before the first Challenger was released too, and then it was all over. But then there was a whole hiatus after the Challenger, and then the Charger started to die out soon after.
Charger took the place of the Challenger for a while.
Yeah, and then it stopped. It became something else. Something went totally wrong within 20, 30 years.
Yeah, and then later.
But also within that time, it was just a dark time for muscle cars in the 80s and 90s. I think so anyway. I mean, I don't know. I like the third generation Camaro, but like the third generation Mustang, the fourth generation Camaro.
Essentially, all the muscle cars died out.
Yeah, that was also
that
was also when the Trans Am died. At least until very recently, apparently, there's a new Trans Am, which has 1,500 horsepower. Thing is a fucking monster.
God knows what the fuck they're thinking.
It's huge.
Speaking about horsepower.
Also hold on. You know that they also got damn it, what's his name? The Bandit, Smokey. Burt Reynolds.
No, you're saying it wrong. Burt fucking Reynolds.
Turd Ferguson. No, Burt fucking Reynolds, Smokey and the Bandit. They actually got him like to drive one of the first new Trans Ams that are coming to the market.
It's because he's the one that pioneered it.
Yeah, but they made a Bandit version of it. Like it's beautiful. It looks a little too much like a Camaro though. It's kind of bulky, but its power does not lie. Like that engine is a fucking work of art.
Modern cars are still bulky.
Yeah.
But you can still recognize the style.
Yeah, not only that, but it's all about. It's really become more about performance now. Like we're in this age where like we're just pushing the limits and with sports cars and hypercars and muscle cars. Toward like the line is starting to blur in between some of the muscle cars starting to look more like sports cars and sports cars starting to look more like starting to become more of just supercars and hypercars. You know.
I was back in the era for muscle cars.
Yeah.
For me, half of the cars look the same.
Yeah.
Even though they're different brands.
Oh, of course.
And what I'm saying is heresy, but it's true.
Yeah.
Half of them do look the same.
Oh, I mean, there's an official style for American muscle. You know, it's recognizable. You can see the difference, but you know. You're looking at the same breed when you're messing with a Mustang or a Camaro or a Challenger or a classic Charger.
If you take the classic
or a Trans Am or Grand Am.
If you take the classic Dodge Challenger from the muscle car era and put it next to the new modern Challenger, technically they're different cars.
Yeah.
But they still have the same features.
Oh yeah, it's the same. It's
the same vehicle.
It's like seeing Heritage. You know, you can see a resemblance.
It's like, hey, this is where it came from. This is where we are.
Yeah.
We learned how to make it better.
Oh, dude, the new Challengers are something else, man. Like
it's power under the engine.
Oh, absolutely.
Even though the vehicle's fucking heavy.
Extremely. Well, they build them for the drag strip, and so they're the best in the drag strip right now.
No, that's the one thing I was here
easily.
When I first started watching the reviews, like Professional Top Gear, Car Weekly, Sports Weekly, Motor Trend, like this vehicle's not meant for the drag. But as soon as you put it on the drag strip, I'm like, yes, that's what the fucking button that says in the fucking car, drag mode.
Yeah.
It's not saying sports. It's not saying track.
No, yeah.
If you want a track vehicle, you go with
a Camaro or a Corvette.
Yes, you go with
or a Viper, yeah.
If you want
a Dodge, you go with the Viper SRT. Those things are nuts.
If you want a drag strip asphalt eater, you go with the Dodges.
Absolutely. You know that SRT is its own company now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But in the eyes of the of the company I used to work with, still the same.
It's still under Dodge.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
No, but
they still
one
seem
thing-
to primarily work with Dodge, but I think they're working with other companies as well as far as performance.
Yes, I know the performance-wise
Yeah.
for oil, they're working with Pennzoil.
Yeah.
Pennzoil made a brand new weight for them,
Mm-hmm.
0W40,
Oh yeah, really?
and
Zero-
it's called ultra synthetic.
Really?
My vehicle runs on
Super clean, super fast. It goes fast.
fast,
I know. Go
too
ahead.
fast, to the furious.
I guess it's probably also the same thing with Ram because Ram was under Dodge for a long time, but now it's also its own independent company.
Around 2010, that's when, and anything I believe 2014.
Anything after that is like
It's actually separated in our system. In that system, it's like, hey,
interesting.
you have a Ram vehicle. All right, you look up under Ram, and then you look up what class of the vehicle.
Oh, of course.
1500s, Super Duty.
Yeah, heavy duty. Yeah, what have you?
God knows what the fuck you're running on.
4x4. Yeah.
That reminds me of one of the craziest stories. It's like, hey, this vehicle I own, but the engine came from Mexico.
What?
That's what I said. I'm sorry? Like,
What?
yeah, it's technically the same vehicle, but it's not.
What?
I'm like, all right, do me a favor.
A flavor.
The guy I was working with, the customer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, listen, do me a big favor. Bring me the original filter that was put onto that engine. He's like, all right, I'll bring it back. I brought it back. Because when you looked up the vehicle, the engine size does not match to what was technically in the vehicle. So with that oil filter, I was able to decipher what the fucking engine was. And from there, I was actually able to figure out, hey, I almost sold you water for your engine.
What?
I had to give him the heaviest fucking the thickest oil I can.
The thickest.
That
oh my
a gas
God.
engine can take.
Wow.
Because the normal vehicle took, I believe, 5W20.
Mm-hmm.
He needed 10W30.
Wow.
That's winter oil.
Yeah. What the hell?
I'm like, first of all, write this down. I won't be here.
It's like you better not forget this, or else you're gonna cut the life on this thing pretty short.
I technically did help destroy a vehicle.
Oh jeez, get some sea foam in this thing. We gotta clean it out.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, I did have a check engine light on my vehicle.
Yeah.
I got it fixed
Yeah.
with seafoam. It was actually my.
Did you put it in the crankcase or just the fuel injectors?
The fuel tank?
Oh, okay. So you was gassed up.
I fully gassed it up. It was actually it looks like the sensor had a carbon buildup,
Yeah.
so it was giving it a false reading.
Gotcha. I need to do that. I mean, I do every time I do an oil change. I forgot to do like my oil change like a week or two ago.
My oil
So we need to
changes
grab.
are long.
Huh?
I do it every 5,000 miles.
Oh, I
5
see.
to 6,000.
Why?
I run synthetic.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it'll last longer.
Lasts longer, and then I run a synthetic filter, which lasts longer.
Gotcha.
That's
okay.
the one thing.
So you're just really pushing the how long that oil's gonna last on that thing.
The filter actually lasts 7,500 miles.
Nice. Okay, that's not bad.
I just cut it 1,000 miles below it.
Yeah, just to be safe.
Yeah.
It never hurts to change early,
Here's the thing.
as long as it's not too early.
This is a
Waste
thing
of money
that
at that point.
no one actually knows about the vehicles.
Yeah.
Oil does not go bad.
I mean,
It really doesn't. The one thing you have
it just sludges in the crankcase.
no. That yes.
It's like I'm sorry. That's the whole reason why you change it.
Explain. No, it's just the filter goes bad.
Well, yeah.
The moment the filter goes bad, that's where it starts letting all the
Yeah, that's when it starts to build up.
build up.
Yeah.
That's where you get the build up.
Right.
That's why he's like, hey, why are you just buying oil? You need a filter.
Actually, yeah, no, that's true because like people have like run the same oil in a car for like tens, like it's ridiculously long as long as they continue to filter it.
You can technically, I can go to your car, pull out all the oil,
Mm-hmm.
run it through an oil strainer,
Yeah.
put a new filter, and you can run it for another 5,000 miles.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
I mean, the oil looks darker.
Yeah.
It's just that's the regular buildup that it gets off.
Yeah,
after a while.
and you can do that for a while. You know, you can use the same oil for a long time as long as you use it responsibly and you go through that process. I've heard some people doing that. What was that? God, what was that YouTube channel that you talk about these people that put like fucking Flex Seal, and then
it's a
like what? Just destroy a car.
They got money. Well, here. Well, no. Let me explain.
This isn't hoonigan. This isn't like these people are doing obscene things.
These guys, I believe they're originally from Florida.
Really? Florida man.
No, no. These guys are.
Let me turn the fan on in here. I'm getting a little. I don't know about you, but I'm getting a little bit warm, and I'm wearing a sleeveless shirt, so I feel all the sweats. Also, I went to the gym earlier, so I might just be a little bit warm from that. I don't know.
Yeah, the meat sweats.
Stop, please. I profuse butt sweats.
It's a channel called Life OD. They're originally from I believe they're out in Seattle.
Go on.
They do professional drifting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they go out to drift comps.
Nice.
Tandem drifting, which is even harder than regular drifting, because then you introduce a fucking second vehicle.
Yeah, Jesus.
The thing is, the money they get, they just buy used cars.
Oh, really?
Off of Craigslist, $550.
So they use flip cars? Is that what it is, or they're?
No.
Oh.
The cars that you see in the videos, most of them are like at the end of their life.
Oh.
They just $500. Hey, I'll take it off your hands.
So they do like big resto mods basically, or I mean I guess I'm sure they do a bunch of different stuff.
So some of their vehicles they do straight mods.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them they do professional racing mods.
That's cool. That's dope.
Or some vehicles, depending on it, they experiment.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Like putting Flex Seal in a crankcase.
They swapped out entire vehicles oil with Flex Seal.
Mm-hmm.
Another vehicle, they replaced a vehicle's oil with Starbucks coffee.
That's right. Oh my god.
Personal lube. Vehicle died.
Oh god.
They ran baby oil.
Mm-hmm.
Vehicle ran like fun. Very fun.
This is surprisingly very clean.
Squeaky clean.
I need more baby oil for my biceps. Slips at the hand. Just constantly rubbing it in. Just
the day we have a movie night, that's the first movie we're watching.
Well, that was too fast, right?
Super fast.
Super fast. Wait, is there only one of them, or?
That's it. It combines about 6 movies.
Almost the entire franchise of Fast and Furious into a parody into like an hour and 30 minutes.
No, it's 5 movies. It's 5 movies.
Oh, so they do Fast 1 through 5. That's amazing. I gotta watch.
We gotta watch it.
Yeah.
It's a. Here's the thing. I love horror, like bad parody movies.
Yeah.
B movies. Then it's a parody B movie. I'm the one person that likes them.
Really?
Everyone's like, "Oh, these movies sucks. Why are we watching it?"
I have a guilty pleasure for them. I find them pretty funny. Personally, I know it's stupid, like 7th grade crude humor. I have no fucking shame about it.
It's one of those is like, oh, it's so bad, it's funny.
That's the other thing about it is that you know that it's bad. It's not the same as like watching The Room, where it's like it's funny because it's bad, like because it's of something else. Like it just
because you know where the original material is coming from. It's like, oh,
yeah, it's parody. Yeah,
they're like, hey, fuck it. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's
like in the new movie Super Fast, when they put Paul Walker's character undercover.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, hey, don't worry, I deleted your police file, so I'm the only person who knows you're a cop. Immediately, that character dies.
Oh my god!
And they think, hey, Paul Walker's character is the fucking villain.
Oh no!
Who killed a cop? He's like, I'm originally a cop. He's like, prove it. No files.
That's terrible. Yeah, but I mean, it's the same thing as like people watch Family Guy and American Dad and South Park. It's all parody. It's all satire, you know, and it's not necessarily always clever humor. Sometimes it is. I've watched Family Guy and like I've had some pretty good bits where it's like that was actually really funny. even like in recent episodes, people say that how like Family Guy has died out. It's definitely not the same. It's not even close to what it was, 10 years ago. It's not even the same show.
God no.
But I still find it funny. I find it hilarious how Seth MacFarlane doesn't want to be doing the show anymore. Seth MacFarlane
Right.
has been trying to kill Family Guy for years.
God.
He doesn't want to do that shit anymore. The show's been running for like 10 years.
I know.
Now, what am I saying? It's been running for like 20 years.
You know what show he's doing now?
Orville.
Yeah. And it's...
Apparently doing better than the most recent Star Trek.
Yeah.
As far as television sci-fi.
It's scarily good.
I haven't watched any of it, but I'm considerate. Yeah?
That has nothing with Seth MacFarlane, and it's the funniest parts.
Yeah, really? That's ironic. But is that also is it well done? Like it's well produced?
It is like actual production.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
The best I've heard is...
honestly, I wouldn't even care because, let's be real, the original Star Trek TV show was fucking hilarious. And for how... obviously, it was made in the 70s.
I'm going to be honest with you.
What's up?
I've seen nothing about Star Trek.
Nothing?
Not even a...
Dude.
I've seen nothing.
What? You need to watch some of the fight scenes from the original Star Trek TV show of these guys in giant rubber suits trying to be aliens.
I know the actor.
It's hilarious, and of course the original. I can't do it.
I know the
Captain Kirk.
Captain Kirk.
Who was? No. Picard was no.
Second, that's
you're thinking about the Next Generation. I'm talking about the original TV show from the 70s.
We must go where no man has gone before.
Yeah.
Spock, what do you think?
It's not even. It's
William Shatner.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Yep.
The Shatner.
Yeah.
The Shat.
The Shat.
It's Ner. It's
amazing.
Leonard. Sorry, I keep forgetting how to pronounce his actual name. Spock's actor.
Oh,
Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah.
He's a good actor.
Or is it Nimoy?
Nimoy. Great actor. I love.
Absolutely.
I loved him in a show called Fringe.
Really?
Yeah, he was.
I heard about it, but I never watched Fringe.
I stopped watching for one. I forgot what season. Because I get to a point in certain shows, it's a J.J. Abrams show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it was like before.
That's interesting.
I believe it was before.
Well then, man, Nimoy's been working with J.J. for a little bit then. Between the movies and that show, huh?
Yeah, I believe this was during Lost or after. Or before. I don't even know when this show was made. But
probably after Lost. Lost was JJ's big gig before he became well known as a director and producer. As a big filmmaker.
Let me double check.
Sure.
But this show is basically it's his version of X-Files.
Yeah.
Except it's basically it's his version of X-Files.
That's interesting.
But they
I also never got. I mean, I don't know. X-Files is a great show. I never gave it enough time.
I actually wanted to watch the original, but on Hulu they only have the new version.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I believe Netflix actually has the original.
Okay, good.
Just the original.
I really need to just binge that one of these days. I don't know. There's a few shows I've been meaning to get to. I mean, I'm really hooked on Game of Thrones right now. I'm watching that every week. Then I'm watching a bunch of old anime, Yu Yu Hakusho, Cowboy Bebop, rewatching those because they're brilliant. I'm just a sucker for anime. I always have been since day one, ever since Pokemon, Indigo League, back in the day. Ever since Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball,
this
Naruto.
was back in 2009.
Oh yeah.
The show, I believe. Yeah, that was after Lost.
That's what I thought it was. Yeah, like I said, Lost was J.J. Abrams for first big break. His first big gig as a filmmaker or as a director.
Certain shows I'll watch. When you get to certain scenes, it's one of these. one of these stereotypical moments is like, oh, a character doesn't know, but you know, and it's killing you.
Mm-hmm.
There was actually a major point in the show that it happened, and it was fucking killing me. I'm like, I can't watch it.
Yeah.
Like, it actually got me too frustrated.
Yeah.
The fact that basically they swapped the character with the doppelganger.
Really?
And the doppelganger was the evil one. And then that was the end of the season.
What?
No, that ended the season. It's like, all right, we're starting the new season with the new doppelganger. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
What kind of... Okay.
It's a lot.
That's nuts. What? Okay.
Like I was saying, it's the friend is basically what carried X-Files back into the light later down the road.
Oh, excuse me. Man, I want to talk about Game of Thrones.
Don't.
Okay, look, I'm not going to spoil anything because I know what some people are trying to rewatch. Or some people are trying. Some people never got into it. Now it's finishing, so now they're getting caught up and all that.
I'm not. I'm just watching it.
You're just watching it with us for some reason, even though you didn't watch any of the previous seasons.
I don't. I'm gonna be honest. It's too late for me.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
It's way too late.
Yeah, for sure. Like you've hung out with us. We've talked about it in front of you.
I don't care.
But
I like the show. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh yeah, it's
like
great.
Of course, I'm gonna be lost.
Yeah, you don't get the context from the past seven seasons.
But here's the thing: I still care about the show.
Oh, it's great.
I enjoy it.
It's an absolutely amazing show. But
it's like a book. You can pick up and halfway through a book, fucking figure out what happens in the beginning.
I don't recommend that. I definitely don't recommend doing what John's doing. Watch it through, please. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but what I want to talk about with Game of Thrones really quick. I didn't know. I'm sure these were released before some of the seasons, but before, I haven't seen all of them, but at least before season 1 and 2, HBO had the different actors narrate basically just short. They're basically just like not animated, but like I guess it was animated, just like shorts of going over.
Backstory?
Yes, going over the history and lore behind Game of Thrones. And told through, narrated by the actors playing, as those characters. So, like for example, they took Tywin Lannister, and he narrates the backstory of the Lannisters and their origins of their house, as well as they also did stuff like going over the backstory of the Mad King and like basically the backstory of what happened before season 1.
Right.
As well as like old lore, ancient stories and legends and myths, and they did it with a bunch of characters, the actors that played Robert Baratheon and Bran Stark and Robb Stark, and Catelyn Stark and all of them, like Peter Baelish. They had those actors narrate. You enjoying that sandwich, huh? Hope it's not getting too cold.
It's food.
It's sustenance, it's calories, but it's just really interesting. And there's this guy, Alt Shift X, this YouTube channel, that he has a series of videos where he goes over different theories as well as backstory and lore that's in the books that's never shared in the show. And it is really interesting, going into the backstory of like individual houses and the myths and lore of the universe, because like the world of Game of Thrones is fucking weird in comparison to any other fantasy world. Like there's no wizards in Game of Thrones. All magic in Game of Thrones is used by either the Targaryens because they have dragons. There's the White Walkers and the Children of the Forest, and all magic users that are human that are not Targaryen. They're priests and priestesses. There's no school of magic in Game of Thrones.
Right.
Not in the entire world, not even just in Westeros. There is no school of magic. There are no mages or wizards or warlocks or witches. There's just priests and priestesses that study magic for their religion. So the people... So most people in Game of Thrones believe that their magic comes from the gods, including not only humans but also like the Children of the Forest believe in the old gods. The weirwoods, the trees that have faces carved in them. The Children of the Forest carved those faces in them in the first place. Back in like ancient times of the old men, and the Starks, because the Stark family, the Stark house goes all the way back to the First Men in Westeros. So they're the only house that still practices the religion of the old gods rather than the current religion that is the Seven in Westeros. So like, yeah, everyone that uses magic in Westeros is they're either some form of like alchemist, or the maesters don't even really practice magic. You know, I mean, they practice chemistry that's kind of similar to alchemy, but like magic is only practiced by people that follow certain religions, like the Lord of Light. It's crazy.
Easy. You're scaring the audience.
Sorry, like I just find that fascinating. Like that's not in any other fantasy story, like any other fantasy world, Lord of the Rings, Elder Scrolls, Harry Potter. Like they all have D&D. They're all very similar in some ways.
Please don't remind me of D&D.
Don't even bring in D&D.
Please. No, I'm gonna talk.
Well, Harry Potter is different, but still.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I've been like I told you at work. I listen to D&D.
Yeah.
I'm on a D&D overload right now.
Yeah. You've been binging Critical Role.
I just hit episode 55.
By the way, if you're listening to this, if you're watching this, what are you doing? Go watch Critical Role.
No, come back. You can finish this, then you can watch that.
We got like 30 more minutes.
No, like you don't understand. Over in each episode is about 4 hours.
Oh my god.
I'm on episode 54.
Jesus, man.
On their timeline, I just hit a
You've
year.
been binging so hard. That's so much content to consume.
Oh my god, you don't understand.
When did you start? Like, how much time has passed that you've put in?
I don't remember.
You don't remember when you started watching?
I believe at the beginning of around towards the end of January.
So, in the past 4 months, more like 3 months.
When did we start playing our campaign?
Our campaign? Not that long ago. Like,
no, I believe at the end of January, that's when I started getting into Critical
so
Role.
approximately in the past 3 months, how many episodes?
I'm on 54.
Jesus Christ, John.
But there's some, yeah. And I'm watching campaign 1.
You invested over 200 hours into listening to Critical Role.
Yeah.
200 hours. That's like fucking. I mean,
you don't
I guess in comparison to like how much time we spend playing video games, those are rookie numbers.
Yeah.
But that's just listening.
You don't understand. I'm on campaign 1. There's a second one that's even longer.
Oh man.
I'm at like.
I can't wait for the animation to come out too.
They reached $11 million.
That's insane.
They beat a record for Kickstarter.
And when did they open this Kickstarter?
God knows, about a month ago or so.
A month?
I think no.
You're telling me they raised $11 million just this year?
Yeah, beginning's like, hey, we're just gonna if we don't raise it,
they didn't need anything close to that much money to make it.
No, because they're like, hey, we'll pay out of pocket to do funding for one episode. That was gonna be like 30 minutes.
Pay out of pocket. They're getting paid to do it.
Now they're getting paid to do
it.
They're
getting paid good money to do this shit. They can start a new show. It's huge.
No, they are. Well,
really?
Well, what they said is the one episode they're gonna do, they expanded it to 4 episodes. They're doing an entire arc, which is 4 episodes. They're animating an old episode. Mm-hmm. They're just redoing the voices.
Yeah.
I believe they're actually paying some actors because to do some other voices.
Yeah. That
Matt Mercer, the actual dungeon master.
Also, that's the best part of it is that they're all like actual voice actors.
They're professional voice
yeah,
actors.
that's what makes it even better is that they're really sold on the role play. It's very entertaining for sure.
Let me tell you the original goal.
Sure.
$750,000. And their final estimate is $11.38 million.
Jesus Christ.
It was 45 days for Kickstarter.
They got about 15 times They beat their goal 15 times
They beat
almost.
the goal within an hour.
Oh my god.
They hit $7 million within 24 hours.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, 6.
That's insane. They have a massive following. Some really dedicated fans. Honestly, I didn't put any money to it, but I mean, I don't see a point putting money into it at this point. But I definitely would have been willing to had I known about it when it happened.
The scale of Critical Role is large enough that the original company that wrote the game is listening.
Jesus.
But technically, the game.
What's their average listening? Like their average amount of viewers?
I don't know what's their average viewer when it's live, because they play live.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course.
Every Thursday on Geek and Sundry on Twitch TV.
Right.
I'm not sponsored.
Definitely not. We're not gonna pay just to talk about fucking Critical Role.
You know,
what?
I wish.
Call us, please.
No, you don't understand.
Let's get Matt Mercer on the show. Let's do it.
You don't understand. I'll die.
Same. Oh my god.
No, it's just his like his IMDb's long.
You know what? You know, I'm sure it is. But you know what? I'm starting this now.
What?
This is gonna be a running gag.
What?
Until it happens.
What? You're scaring me.
Get Matt Mercer from the show. Hashtag get Matt Mercer on off air.
Technically, I do have a connection.
Let's start the hashtag on Instagram and Twitter right now.
I technically have a connection.
I beg your pardon?
I know people in Blizzard. Actual artist.
What?
I do.
Elaborate.
Cousin. His best friend is actually one of the a couple years ago was hired. Him and his wife were hired into one of WoW's artist team.
John, this is happening. Okay. We're going to keep doing the show every week. Okay.
How about we get a studio first?
We're going to... Sure.
And we
honestly, I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, but it doesn't mean we can't start now.
Technically, we can if he comes down at Tampa Bay Comic-Con.
That's true.
We
I'll go live at Tampa Bay Comic-Con. Are you kidding me?
No. We invite him to Tampa Bay Comic-Con.
Hashtag get Matt Mercer on off air.
We're
going to start the hashtag Matt Mercer off air. At him on Twitter and Instagram. Matt Mercer on off air. We're going to do it.
How about we get Nolan North? That's easy. No, it's not. It's not. It's even harder.
I'm not going to settle, John. I want Maddie. I want Matt.
No, let me tell you. The campaign
I'm gonna have fucking McCree on the show.
The campaign I'm listening to,
yeah,
started back in 2015. It's been so long that I'm listening to. He finally announced in the show that he has a role as McCree.
That's amazing.
He's like, hey, so I'm in this small game called Overwatch.
Yeah, it's like yeah. I've been working on this little game called Overwatch. I don't know if any of you heard about it.
He's like, yeah, Blizzard now is Overwatch. I'm playing the Space Cowboy like I always do. I'm like,
yeah.
Then he's listing off all the other characters. I'm like, oh yeah, he played a lot of Space Cowboys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't listen. Here's the thing. The one thing I really appreciate about Critical Role,
and
plus since they're voice actors, is when you don't have to watch. When you're listening, you can feel the world. You can imagine it.
Oh yeah,
and then you can, when they're talking in their character voices, you see that character.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I also forgot that Matt Mercer is also he's in the English cast for JoJo.
Yeah.
Or he was anyway. He was in season 2. No, he was in season 1.
One of the players, Taliesin.
Yeah.
That's his actual name.
Yep.
Is actually in the show Black Butler, Dark Circus.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I've
only watched the original Black Butler.
Oh, I think you're gonna know this voice actress. Laura Bailey, the voice of Lust.
Yeah.
She's one of the players.
Really?
She is.
That's awesome.
Everyone knows who she is. That's the thing. Like, you list off her characters, like, yeah, I'll listen. And he's like, oh no, she's in it. And it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Her husband, Travis Willingham, I'm a big fan of him. Due to his deep voice.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, I've been too overloaded in D&D.
Yeah, so it seems. Mostly the Critical Role and
I kid you
DM,
not.
and because you also DM our campaign right now.
Oh my god, you don't understand.
Actually, really quick, John is in our group of friends, John DMs our campaign, and this is an original campaign he's actually developed himself. It's just going pretty good, I gotta say.
No, you don't understand. The more we don't play, the more I refine the ending.
Oh,
I redid the ending
again.
And then I'm rewriting half of the story is brand new. You guys, no, it's very story rich at this point.
Okay.
I told last night.
We need to play sometime soon.
When I was talking to my friends last night.
Got to. Yeah.
I was telling them, hey, listen, because they don't know about the story. I explained the story, up to where you guys know, and then I told them the rest of the story. They're like, John, what the hell are you writing?
Oh.
They were surprised.
Oh.
They loved it. No, it's like oh, it's actually here's the best way I can describe D&D.
Yeah. All the dogs coming in.
Imagine reading a book.
Yeah. Did she just open the door and walk away?
Yes.
What a bitch.
I mean, she is.
She is a bitch. Literally. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
The best way you can describe D&D is the dungeon master or the guide master or the director is the author of the book. The characters you pick out, you write out, you figure out who they are, you figure out what do they think, and then you walk through this world. Sometimes when you flip over the page is empty. Or sometimes, hey, that page is full and you are not suspecting why it's that. Basically, it's interactive generated story.
That's awesome.
From the tips I've listened to from the wonderful Matt Mercer.
Yes.
Expect what you don't expect.
No one expects a Spanish Inquisition. Expect the unexpected. Use the element of surprise.
Heads up, I introduced mimics.
What?
You know what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you do that to me? Why? Why would you do that? What have I ever done to you? You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding.
You attempted to murder Torn. You attempted to murder my character. And this is what happened. What? Yeah.
What?
One of our wonderful stories. Actually, it wasn't your fault.
Nah.
It wasn't your fault that happened. Technically, it was. But
what?
It was the fault of another character.
So it wasn't my
All
fault.
right. Back in me and Chris used to play another campaign together.
Yes, Curse of Strahd. Great campaign. Highly recommended.
His character was cursed with
lycanthropy.
or werewolf.
Yeah, same shit. Fucking
The
skinwalking stuff.
The first night he actually transformed.
Also, my character was already dragonborn. So can you imagine a dragonborn turning into werewolf? That sounds like a fucking nightmare.
That reminds me of a character out of Monster Hunter World.
Okay.
Where it's basically a flying squirrel. That's electric.
What? Sounds like a Sonic character.
Here's the thing. It's a bitch.
Okay.
It's funny because now I'm wearing half of its ancestors as my armor.
Oh lovely.
No, but in that game,
nice pelt.
lovely, like wool coat.
It's a nice IKEA rug.
Lovely.
You know what Jon Snow's armor is, or rather, no, the Night's Watch armor in Game of Thrones is actually IKEA rugs.
I know. Yeah, and IKEA did a catalog for that.
That's right. It's fucking amazing. I love shit like that.
No, it wasn't like any random IKEA. It was
No.
It was the original Swedish IKEA. It's like, hey, the first guy's like, Fuck it, we're doing this.
Yeah. Game of Thrones sponsorship. Hell yeah.
Fucking Bjorn up there is like, hey, that's my coat.
It's like that's supposed to. That's a rug. It's very warm. Very stylish as well.
No, I was saying
Pelts.
in our original campaign.
Yeah.
The first night you actually transformed.
Mm-hmm.
All of the other characters fucking threw me in the room with you.
And you're just like, fix it.
I'll
Kill him.
It was my turn at the watch. I'm like, I was talking to one of the other characters that stayed up with me. Immediately, they grabbed the other characters, fucking threw them out the room, and then fucking locked the door behind them.
Yeah, that was Pachi, right? Cleric?
Yes. Our
Jesus.
cleric.
Giant cleric.
Yes. What was Foxy's? She was a ranger.
Yeah.
Ranger that stayed in the room. Essentially, I almost pulled an I Am Legend on you.
Yeah.
As I'm holding you,
like a fucking dog. Fuck you.
Yeah, as you're transforming into a werewolf, I'm just holding you in a fucking
yeah
chokehold.
It was also kind of like just like a like Hulkbuster. It's like go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep,
Yeah,
go to
no,
sleep.
that's what I'm like, stop moving, please. Please don't make me hurt.
I don't want to kill you.
Meanwhile, like the ranger's like, stop moving. I'm like, fucking hit me if you have to.
Yeah.
Make sure he stops moving.
Yeah.
And that was actually the last time we played. So from
we're never gonna finish that campaign.
yeah, from that campaign we.
Man, I haven't eaten anything. I got some coffee, some breakfast, some breakfast. Nah, I'll probably make. Actually, oh no, I got a cappuccino cake cup, caramel cappuccino cake cup.
Ooh.
Yeah. Actually, well, we're also going to Starbucks for this EX raid. Yeah, I don't know. What?
Starbucks.
I'm not a big Starbucks fan. I like their teas. They have matcha now.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Matcha lattes.
Yeah. Matcha happy.
What?
No.
I like matcha green tea.
All right, let's sidetrack a little bit.
Okay.
Remember last episode?
What changed the subject? This is Germany.
This is America. Let's change the subject.
This is Germany. No, go on.
Doubt.
Doubt.
I was to say. Last episode we were talking about how where will we colonize first? Mars, Earth, or Venus?
Or the moon.
Moon. I was trying to say moon.
So I think we're pretty comfortable on the Earth. I mean, it's getting a little tough.
No.
Our relationship is getting a little heated.
Turn off the mics.
Sometimes it can be pretty cold.
Turn off the mics.
Things just get so extreme. Things just escalate so fast.
Let me take off my belt.
I prefer the Switch. or the Holy Bible.
Well, this week, the Chinese space program.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Landed a, I believe. Hold on. Let me get the actual.
Yeah. I don't like being inaccurate on the show. We try to pull up, we can bring up research so we can try to be as accurate as possible whenever we talk about
they landed
sciences.
a probe on the dark side of the moon.
Oh. Okay.
That has 4 seeds. To start growing a mini biodome.
Really?
On the dark side of the moon.
So they're trying to make a little farm over there?
Yeah, they're gonna try to start making a biodome.
Have you ever heard of
No.
There was some. This was a while ago, but there was some talk about like trying to harvest this form of helium from the moon.
I believe it's helium-3.
Yeah. Yes. Helium-3.
I don't know why that's the one thing I remember.
I don't know why. I don't remember why. That's what was the purpose of that.
I know that one of the seeds. No, 2 of the seeds they had is potato. And
taters.
cotton.
Okay. Those are 2 very versatile crops that grow everywhere.
Yeah, so they're gonna
on Earth anyway. Rather,
they're saying they're starting a mini biodome.
Okay.
See if the actual. It's not. Dirt.
I mean,
It's not dirt. It's not earth.
Is there any bacteria On the surface of surface of the moon that we know of?
No, but they can cultivate it.
Really?
Well, they probably already have bacteria.
Because like
Seeds.
because I don't know how they can make that terrain fertile. It's barren.
Yeah, I think their first experiment is trying to, with the biodome, is see if, what do we call it? The surface, like the actual surface. Is it dirt?
The crust.
Is it dirt?
Soil.
Here's the thing: is soil's our stuff.
Terrain.
Yeah.
It's the surface.
Yeah, they're gonna try to grow it on the actual surface.
Of course.
See if it takes hold.
If there's any like germination or anything.
I believe the seeds already have them on it.
Okay.
It'll probably evolve off of that original seed.
Interesting. So they're trying to see if they can adapt crops to that terrain.
Yes, because we can grow crops already in space.
Why on the dark side? Well, I guess.
Well, here's the thing. It's like the Earth. It always gets the same amount of sunlight.
Right. But then there's also the issue of oxygen and moisture that it would need, right?
Yeah, but
unless they design it to where it would be isolated to where they can actually have oxygen fed to it.
It's probably already built onto the probe, where it already has all the required materials. For water, it'll probably recycle it.
Right.
With the moisture in its small little atmosphere.
Yeah, so it'll probably like make essentially just like this isolated area. Like you said, it would be a dome. Yeah. So basically, they're just trying to make a tiny greenhouse on the surface of the moon. That's crazy.
Let's see what happens.
Sure, why not? I mean, if they're willing to pay for it.
It's China's space program.
Yeah, if they want to do that.
I mean, like,
man, you remember when I think it was the French that did the tardigrades in space.
Yes.
TARDIS. The
water bears.
Yeah, water bears. The tardigrades. They just like hang out. They can just live like basically right outside of our atmosphere.
We sent them into actual like the void of space.
Yeah.
We tried to drown them.
Right outside.
We tried to drown them. We set them on fire. We tried to crush it with everything we got.
Yeah, they're insanely durable. Insane.
But the moment we introduced cocaine, they died.
What?
Jokes.
I'm thinking about the song Cocaine.
It's funny because the moment humanity dies, they're next.
Tardigrades?
They're probably gonna take over.
Oh, dude, no, cockroaches.
No, I'm saying when eventually cockroaches are gonna be dead.
Long after humans. Long after humans. Humanity has probably like 7,000 years left before we either die out or evolve into something else.
Cockroaches live because of us. You do realize. Because they rely on our heating from the house.
Oh, yeah.
The moment there's no heat, that's it.
Florida's
probably going to still be covered in it.
Oh, yeah. Palmetto. Oh, yeah. They can survive in our climate, but like, northern areas, more barren places, yeah, they don't really, they can't hang out.
Yeah,
can't hang.
The moment these buildings are gone, that's it.
It'll be a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, Florida will be underwater in like 200 years.
Then we have water cockroaches.
Like our great grandkids are going to be sailing over Florida. We talked about the time lapse last week, right? Yeah, I was so into that. That was so fucking cool.
And then the week before that, we also talked about it.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did. With what's his name?
With Pablo?
Castellet.
No, we didn't talk about that 2 weeks ago.
Oh no, we didn't. We
did not. Yeah, it's like I just saw this shit like last week.
At this point, it's all a blur.
It's like I saw it like last Monday or something.
You're right. I don't know.
Each episode is blending together into mush.
I'm sorry. Who are you? Where am I? Where's my horse?
Who are you people?
Agnes, I haven't seen you since communion.
What?
George Carlin.
Rest in peace.
Here,
I still love to listen to George Carlin.
I'll pour one out for him.
What? Not on my floor. Clean that shit up. I got a trash can.
Your room will be permanently stained with smell of coffee.
That's gross. I don't know how you can do that.
Delicious.
Delicious.
Child labor.
What? That escalated quickly. What the hell?
Coffee's Farms.
Oh,
But
come on. That depends on where you're even getting the fucking coffee. What the hell, man?
you're right. I don't know.
Dang,
It's probably growing here.
That's Folgers? Yeah, that's American coffee. What the hell? John! Oh, man. I want to try James Coffee. You know Peter McKinnon, YouTuber, filmmaker?
I've heard of him.
He has his own coffee company. The dude is a coffee enthusiast. He makes his coffee fresh in a Chemex. He grinds his own beans. And he has a coffee company. I've been meaning to order some of his coffee.
There's one company I really want to try.
I love coffee.
It's a YouTuber called Press Heart to Continue.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. I want to try that too.
She has her own coffee.
Yeah. As well as, you ever hear about, like, different, like, artists, like, bands making different types of, like, just weird products, like, Motionless in White, the hardcore, like, metal band, post-hardcore metal band, they put out their own coffee for a little while. It's funny because they have a really, like, goth aesthetic, so they're real edge.
Alright, here's the thing. I spent way too fucking much on that.
Oh, Death Wish coffee?
Death Wish coffee is way too much for what I can get.
Yeah.
Because I can buy...
So expensive. Fucking works, though.
I can buy a 16-ounce bag of unground beans for $20.
Okay.
I can get a coffee grinder.
Yeah.
Grind it, and then get one of those refillable K-cups.
Yeah. I'd like to do that. Also, that's just a much more... That's a cheaper and more sustainable way to have coffee. Because
here's the thing. At my house, we have regular coffee.
Yeah.
We have it in this powder form.
Mm-hmm.
The Cuban coffee.
Yeah.
The one that probably will end a life if you drink it in one full mug. I don't know what gives me the more jitters. The actual, like, vitamin pills for workout. Like the ones.
Oh, because they have beta-alanine in them. You take the sport one?
The one I have, it boosts metabolism and then it doubles your calorie intake. Or like
what?
Or basically it raises your body temperature.
What?
Slightly. I forgot the actual thing what it does.
What is this called? Is this one of GNC's multivitamins?
One of not their brand. It's one of the GNC ones. It's the one that's clear, has the blue pellets inside. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, yeah, that stuff has beta-alanine in it.
That's the thing.
You're taking that stuff normally?
I did that once.
You're supposed to take that stuff like before workout. Beta-alanine is an amino acid that occurs naturally in the body, and it's common in food supplements for like pre-workout. It brings up your heart rate.
Yeah.
And it makes you really itchy.
No, not that part.
No?
No.
Okay. It definitely gets you jittery.
It gives me anxiety.
Yeah, don't take that stuff unless you're working out. Like really working out.
My actual old job, the car park place.
Yeah. The auto store.
Yeah, I took it there. Because I was actually running back and forth and lifting items.
Okay.
So technically, it was a workout.
I guess. It's consistent because you would work like full days, right? Like 6 to 8 hour shifts.
Yes.
Okay.
Lifting heavy items.
Yeah. And auto parts store. Yeah, you got parts, you know. And as well as it's not just that you just have massive stock. It's just like working in a retail like a hardware retail store where
it's a warehouse.
Yeah.
Basically a small warehouse.
Essentially, yeah. Loading like 50-pound boxes.
Issue is it's a lot of stress, so it gave me anxiety as a side effect.
No, that's the other thing is that's work. You know,
it's work.
It's stress from work is totally different from stress you give yourself from working out. You know, that's voluntary. You know,
but that one's, I specifically stopped taking it because of work.
Right.
I was talking to my boss before I got the crappy one.
Mm-hmm.
And then my assistant manager like, how come you don't take it? Like, if it helps you stay awake, I'm like, yes, but I get bad anxiety working here.
Yeah.
Either you want me freaking out half the day.
Yeah.
Or do you want me to be here and know what I'm doing?
Right. I mean, at least it was just the pill form. It's not like pre-workout is different. Yeah. Because pre-workout has beta-alanine in it, and then it has most like high-end pre-workouts, so you spend like $40 on. That stuff will have, on average, minimum 200 milligrams of caffeine. There are other ones that are lower in beta alanine, but they have upwards of 300 to 350 milligrams of caffeine that I've had. And it's not like that's a lot, but it definitely, taking it can have its benefits, but only if you're doing intense physical training. If you're doing powerlifting or bodybuilding, or if you're doing like triathlon training, where you're putting your body intentionally under a lot of physical stress in a short period of time, you burn it all off, really.
Right. Where I am now,
it also helps with weight loss, because having that caffeine is also like this stuff. Here's what's weird and can be dangerous about supplements is that, yes, supplements, depending on where you get them, obviously, they are evaluated by dietitians and people that that study nutrition and fitness, but it's not evaluated by the FDA.
It's not, because
it's not medication; it's food. All food supplements, it's food. It's all stuff that they can find in your food. So
unless we're taking a new chemical, that's when we have to get it.
Well, at that point, that's medication,
right?
And that's something that you should talk to your doctor about. But like stuff like pre-workout, protein, vitamins, all the type of stuff, that's all found in your food. People supplement with it because it's easier and it's convenient, as well as it has its benefits, specifically more with stuff like pre-workout. So the way pre-workout is it has to be carefully designed, because especially when they introduce amino acids and beta alanine and creatine, and this is stuff that's affecting your circulation for a short period of time, as well as it boosts your energy levels, it affects your metabolism. You're essentially you're bringing up your heart rate and bringing down your blood pressure at the same time, to where you get more blood in certain muscles you want to work within a certain time period. So unless you're doing intense training, it's useless, and it can actually have dangers. But if you are doing intense physical training in that way, it can definitely be beneficial. But that stuff is like carefully crafted. And it's.
Have you tried MDMA?
Wow, what? Talking about hard drug all of a sudden?
Sorry, DMT.
No.
It's all in the human mind.
You want it? No. Jesus Christ.
Speaking about workouts, we really should.
Oh, dude, come to the gym with me. Yeah, like it's inconvenient, because Austin and I have been trying. We're probably gonna start trying to go earlier. We've been constantly changing our schedule, because we're also doing intermittent fasting.
Oh.
You can't take pre-workout while you're fasting. It breaks your fast, because your body releases insulin when you take amino acids and caffeine. And that's the whole point of doing intermittent fasting, is that your body goes a long time where it's not releasing any insulin. You're releasing ketones. Your body's put in a state of ketosis, and it passively burns body fat, and for your sustenance.
I actually had my old coworker actually try to go on a fasting.
Yeah.
But the style of fasting was insane on what he was trying to do.
Was doing like, because there's another way of doing it. Some people.
Water.
Huh?
It was water fasting.
He was fasting water. Like he would go time without drinking water?
No. He cut out food and was trying to just drinking water.
Well, you have to drink water. You have to drink water when you fast.
No, but if he was hungry, he was drinking water.
Yeah. No, that's what you should do.
Yeah, no. But here's the thing. He did a hard cut.
Like he went in cold turkey?
Yeah.
So wait, what?
Here's the thing. He's your body type. He's buff.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was trying to go back to the gym, but he ate a lot.
Well, yeah. So here's the thing: if you want to gain weight and you want to build muscle, you have to eat a lot.
Yeah, no, but here's the thing: he over there is like, you got a dollar store, you got a lot of junk food you can buy.
Oh no, that's the wrong way of doing it.
And then he's like, all right, I'm gonna
can't be like shoveling trash into your mouth.
Well, here's the thing: he's like, all right, I'm gonna try to start fasting, and he cut cold turkey on food.
Ooh.
And I'm like, you're not gonna last. Within 6 hours, he started eating regular food. He was like, I can't do this.
Yeah, no. So that's the other thing, is that you have to ease yourself into it. Like this is my second time doing it. I did it last year. I take a solid month where I just like slowly eat less.
Yeah.
And you want to have the other thing is that when you're doing intermittent fasting, you're not having that much of a caloric decline. You're still eating like 2,000 calories a day. The thing is that it's all squeezed into like a like 8-hour period a day that you're eating. Some people will do even less. Some people will eat only for 6 hours, 5 hours. Or some people will do alternate days where you have a full day where you eat 4,000 calories and then the next day you don't eat at all and they just switch off like that. I don't think that's realistic. I don't really like that personally. I like being able to eat every day. I like food. But yeah, you basically skip breakfast and then you stop eating after 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
But you have to make sure you eat enough within that time period. And when you're not eating, you want to stay hydrated and make sure you don't take anything that can accidentally break your fast. So like no amino acids, no creatine, no caffeine. So you can't have coffee either. That's one thing that really breaks people is that they can't have coffee in the morning.
I know.
Or if you do have coffee in the morning, if you can do fasting earlier in the day and then you stop eating really early. So like let's say you want to have you want your breakfast every morning, you want your coffee every morning, you eat early in the morning and you stop eating like in early afternoon. So that way you're going to get the other half of the day, which is actually what I'm doing today because we went to the gym this morning.
For me, like you were saying, slowly easing yourself off.
Yeah, man, you can't go cold turkey. That shit's nuts. It breaks you.
That's what I'm doing with my coffee. I'm slowly easing off on
the
sugars and then actual creamers.
Okay.
So soon it's just gonna be black coffee.
Yeah.
And then for actual foods, I'm slowly. I swapped out what I'm like high in fat.
Yeah.
I swapped out to more lean stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I actually cut out soda right now.
Oh, dude, soda is one of the best things you can cut out.
Oh my god, I'm losing my mind.
Really?
Yeah, because here's the thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. A couple years ago, back in elementary school.
A couple of years ago. That was fucking 10 years ago. At least.
All right, several years ago.
It's like, how old are you? 20?
Probably. I don't know.
So sorry, man. Kindergarten feels like yesterday. I don't.
No.
Well, it kind of does.
Yeah.
Adulthood is weird.
My parents, instead of buying regular Coke, they bought Diet Coke.
Okay. Oh no.
I despised it. Hold on. Let me finish.
Diet Coke's worse.
I know.
Aspartame, bad shit.
I hated it with a passion.
Yeah, I don't like Diet Coke either.
I'm like, listen.
Love Coke.
I'm not drinking this. He's like, well, we're not buying regular soda. We got soda. I'm like,
no.
So you know what I did? I literally quit cold turkey back then.
You stopped drinking soda.
I was fine. I was drinking water. I was drinking juice.
Yeah.
And then for some reason at the restaurants, I started. I'm like, you know what? Let me get a Coke.
Yeah.
Let me get a Coke. Somehow I got back.
So you here's the thing. You started getting money as a teenager.
No.
No.
Well, yes, now, but now since I got money,
I
don't go buy out 12 packs. I don't buy those.
Well, yeah, no, but you go out to eat places and you get a soda with your meal.
Yeah.
So that way you get hooked on soda, especially because most sodas that are made in the United States have corn syrup in them, high in fructose, and it's actually addictive.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd rather have the original Coke.
Of course, Mexican Coke, cane sugar is superior.
No, the original Coke.
Are you talking about the fucking 1880s or that stuff? Oh, you mean the one that had cocaine in it, or
yes?
No.
You know the ones that they used to numb your gums.
Ugh.
Or what was
you know that he made that because he was trying to shake a morphine addiction.
Yeah.
And it didn't even work.
No.
He was still addicted to morphine and he was hooked on cocaine.
Hey, at least it wasn't heroin.
Jesus Christ, man.
That they used to numb your fucking gums.
Anyway, but no, yeah, cutting out soda. It's definitely. I was never hooked on soda. Like I've always enjoyed soda, but I was never like I never had the habit of drinking it all the time.
Yeah, like I'm trying. I'm slowly easing myself off.
You gotta shake that shit off.
It's very insane.
Yeah.
But like I was telling my parents, I'm like, listen, don't even fucking think about buying it.
Yeah.
I know, because here's the thing, they use it as mixers for their alcohol.
Oh, I see.
I'm like, listen, I know it's gonna suck for you guys, but help me as well.
To drink whiskey.
They drink rum.
Oh, that's right. But no, here's the thing. If you really, the best thing you can do to lose weight, it's not even just getting active. You need to eat less.
Yeah.
You need to be eating no more than 2,000 calories a day. That's your main. That's maintaining for most people. Like naturally, what the body needs to maintain a healthy body is 2,000 calories a day. If you want to lose weight, you might want to slowly ease down to eating like 1,800 or 1,600 calories a day. I've been there. Before I started fasting, I lost, I want to say 20 pounds in 2-3 months. by easing myself down to eating only 1,600 to 1,800 calories a day. And I still worked out on top of that. So also, I mean, there's different ways you can go about it. You can count your calories and count your macros, or you can just, look up what you can just do the math on where you are now and where you have to be. You can just really put this in and look it up on different apps for like how much you should be eating, and just slowly ease yourself in week by week, and cut out certain things, like try to avoid corn syrup for sure, and just eat the same things. I mean, obviously not the same. The easiest way for most people is to meal prep, but you get tired of eating the same shit every day. Yeah. So some people can discipline to do that. I do it every now and then, but as long as you're staying within the same macros, so as long as you don't have to eat the same exact thing, but as long as everything you're eating is the same kind of balance, you'll be fine. And as long as you're not eating too much, you'll be fine. You don't even need to work out. Working out helps, of course, because it boosts your metabolism. You'll build muscle. Having muscle allows you to burn calories more easily. As well as like another thing is like people just get, you get hungry, you get cravings. You need to eat less calorically dense foods. That's another big thing, is that people like want to eat like more calorically dense foods. Like, you put a lot of fat heavy foods, like a lot of meat, nuts, beans, cheese, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it sounds delicious, right? Sorry. No. I'm not helping. No. Bread, I was
laughing the fact he's like beans.
Beans are calorically dense. They're high in protein and they're also high in fat. But also, like, if you just know what you're putting in your body and you're not eating too much, you'll lose weight. Simple as that. Or you eat a reasonable amount and you work out, you're burning more calories a day than you are eating. Or you eat a reasonable amount and you fast. Basically, you just need to put your body in this state where it's constantly burning more calories than it's getting in. It's calories in, calories out. It doesn't really matter what you do. There's a lot of different ways of doing it. People want to go through different trends. They want to go on hard diets or keto diets. And that's all trends. That shit can work for some people. It doesn't mean it's going to work for you. I'm sorry. I'm really passionate about this stuff. Also, we need to close this. I went on rambling on about the whole thing.
Where am I? What's going on?
Yeah, but yeah, there's tons of different ways to lose weight. You don't need to go on different trends, and also the best you can do is like really is eat less and focus on a lifestyle. Don't like go on crash diets. Don't do anything that's gonna work for the short term, because that's all that's gonna happen. Is short term is you're gonna get off the diet and you're gonna end up gaining that weight back that you worked hard to lose. So you need to make a reasonable lifestyle for yourself, and there's tons of different ways to do it. Everyone's different. Everyone's a different body. It's not all about numbers. It's about practice and consistency.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for listening this week. John, you got anything to say before we close this? Because I really gotta close. It's almost 12:30, and we gotta go.
Oh, holy shit! Yeah.
I'm also hungry. So hungry.
Also next week,
John, you need to break my fast.
I'm gonna break you.
Yeah, go ahead.
All I want to say is next week we're gonna probably be more entertaining.
Okay. Is that a promise? Shit, John. You trying to say something?
I'm saying
am I not good enough? Are you not entertained?
I'm saying we're over the bar at this point.
Over the bar? I like it. I like the attitude. Okay.
We're too over the bar.
No, we're not far enough.
The bar is too low.
The bar is too low.
I need to like smash my head into it. That's how low it is.
What?
Right now it's like at knee level.
At knee level.
It needs to be like, I want to get a concussion level.
Okay.
Also, yeah.
All right.
Thank you guys for watching, listening.
Yeah. See you next week.
Go watch Critical Role.
Go watch Game of Thrones.
Go home.